Talking with the manager of the Boston Red Sox, Bobby Valentine. When you were with us in studio last Thursday, when we went to break, you said, "Can you say that one more time?" You like the sound of that. Is it getting used to? Are you getting used to it?
I'm getting used to it, yeah. And but it's going to take a lot of getting used to because it's different, and it's it is a place of honor. Yeah.
When you talk about your experience in Japan, and I've read a lot of people already bringing that up as, maybe Daisuke Matsuzaka, who by all accounts is trying to get ahead of schedule. And do you think you have a relationship and experience with players in Japan that can help the Red Sox land some players, perhaps, that give you a competitive edge in the Far East market?
I think I have relationships, but I'm not sure there's necessarily an edge. There might be in that I've seen them up close and personal, a lot of these players. I don't know that anybody's going to say, hey, I really want to play for Bobby Valentine because, he knows how to handle chopsticks or, has some Japanese language skills. But there's got to be a little bit of an edge there. Have
you heard an update on Daisuke? We've heard that, again, further along than perhaps you'd think he would be from Tommy John surgery at this point.
Well, I did connect with some people when I was in Japan, even though he was in Boston, which was really kind of weird, that I was there and he was here. But the reports were that he's in terrific physical condition, that the operation was immensely successful, and that he is immensely driven to get back ASAP and to kind of make a point that he's still a great pitcher.
Have you gotten medical updates from the staff here about Bobby Jenks? You obviously have gotten updates on Matsuzaka, and have they been encouraging?
Everything has been encouraging, and tomorrow I'm hoping to get a face-to-face with Mike, who's down meeting with Carl today, I guess, and Josh Beckett tomorrow on the current status from the medical field.
When we talked last week, we joked that, what was it, the fourth or fifth question? What are you going to do with Daniel Bard? We talked about the beginning, but in many ways, as we sit here and wonder what the plan is going forward, that's kind of one of the early questions you obviously have, because if he's a closer, then maybe you need a starter, vice versa if he's a starter. How far along are you on that decision as a team, where Daniel Bard pitches next year?
I talked with Daniel about that today, as a matter of fact, and I've talked with Ben about that today also. And Daniel's, from everything that I've heard and what it sounded to me, talking with him today, is one of those real team-oriented guys who says, hey, what's best for the team? I'm ready to do. I feel great. I mean, he said he was in great condition. He's rearing to go, and with Jonathan gone, he understands that there might be a situation where the need at the end of the game is for him. I believe in his heart of hearts he has a starter's kind of dream out there, that he wants to be a starter, believes that he's better than a lot of guys who pitch a lot of innings in the American League and probably could excel there. So we're going to let this be a work in progress, and I told him to prepare. The easy way to prepare it in the wintertime is to prepare to be a starter physically, because you could always take the step on that backside to go back to being a little shorter. But he's going to prepare mentally and physically to be the best pitcher he can be, and let us determine what role that is. And I think these meetings and the days that follow, and what Ben is able to do with the pitching staff, will have a little shed a little light on Daniel's future.
You've been talking about that once again. Peter Gammons so far ahead of the curve on that. You talked about that a year ago.
Because his pitch repertoire has changed dramatically since when he signed and when he was in the minor leagues. And when he came up, he has the two-seamer and the four-seamer, and he came up with that really good changeup, which almost acts like a split. Now, can he throw it for 7 innings? That's what we don't know.
We don't know that, and you probably have a better idea and seen him more than I have, and I'll continue to get a better idea the more information I gather out of our room 434 up there, and all the people who have known him throughout his career, all the information statistically that we have on him, and also from him. And it's good talking to him because I kind of got a good idea on his mindset, and eventually I think he's going to be a starter, but I don't know if it's going to be in 2012.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. At some point, maybe you've done so much traveling the jet lag will never catch up. It won't have time. It won't find you.
I'm running away from it, to tell you the truth. And as long as there's enough coffee around, I think I'm going to make it through these meetings.
I think you'll notice two things over these meetings. A, you're going to get stopped a lot more in the lobby than when you're a broadcaster. And B, you don't get a microphone when you come on these shows anymore. You notice that? We get the mic.
I noticed that. I keep reaching for the darn thing, but that's fine with me.